to Death Toll Racing. We are doing Doghouse today, but really cool development on this L83, and it's basically a mistake. It turns out, in Lego style Chevy fashion, it is a dual pattern flywheel. I just assumed it was a 6-bolt metric flywheel, and it's not. It has 11 and a half and it has metric. So the converter bolts on. Put the crankspacer on, converter bolts on. Amazing, just amazing. Anyone who criticizes Chevy for that's just jealous. I promise you. That's just the coolest thing that they did that. So all it takes is a crankspacer. If you need one of those flywheels because you did take it out of a heavier duty truck that would have a 6-bolt converter, that's just a 1500 flywheel, or a 1500 2016 1500 5.3 L83. So that's the flywheel you'd want if this is the kind of the same road you're going. It worked. So I don't need to explain to you what I'm doing here because I'm going to explain it to you as I'm going. So we're making a doghouse. We got a lot of cutting to do, so here we go. Okay, and to start with, I just set up my laser and I just lined it up at the edge because we basically just have to kind of extend our cut that we already have, and we're going to go up the firewall a ways so that we can clear those modern transmissions, bell housings. So I'm just going to trace those and then we're going to cut them out. All right, and you can see my sill there. That ends up being the same height as the sill next to the door where the seat bolts down. So now hopefully our seat will just bolt on the two of them. We needed that clearance up front where the valve body and stuff was on that Turbo 350, and potentially on the transmission we replace it with later. See me here, you're kind of looking into the light. So this is going to be the top of our console. This is 100% pure, I think what they call it is weird aluminum. It's odd, it's 2024, it's not a normal aluminum. It's not weldable, unfortunately. Well, it's friction weldable, but not weldable. Anyway, it's 160 wall. It's pretty thick. We're going to end up cutting a bunch of holes in it to put different things in. That's why that console is so tall. So anyway, I'm going to try to cut it. Normally a carbide blade cuts aluminum pretty good, but being that this steel is, it's almost, or the aluminum, I'm sorry, is almost as strong as steel is. It's actually really close, this 2024 stuff. So I'm going to attempt it. So sorry blade, you're probably going to get sacrificed. I don't expect it to go too well. But we'll see. I'm just going to cut it down to width, narrower so it drops in, and then we have some angle aluminum that we're going to rivet to it, and then we're going to make some sort of a latch that'll latch it down. So anyway, here we go. Say goodbye to your poor blade, because I have a feeling it's not going to like this very much. I brought earplugs because I'm pretty sure it's going to be noisy. So honest review of this, it's like Emerson tool with double E. They suck. They don't clamp. I had that problem with them before. They clamp, but if you bump them at all, as you can see, my cut went to crap. It got loose, so I'm going to use vice grips on it. It's meant for plywood, but it doesn't work on plywood either, unfortunately. Beats cutting it any other way. Hopefully it still fits. Perfect. So that's that. We're gonna have a shifter obviously we'll be back here, somewhere in here. We got a gated shifter from Advanced Adapters coming, and it, I don't know, should be right in here. It bolts on. We can bolt it wherever we want. Height wise, I'm just totally guessing, but it's going to be, it should be a pretty good height. It's manual valve body, so we need it to be somewhat convenient. We don't want to be reaching for it. And then also we're going to have to get some sort of a shifter for the transfer case. And that'll have to go on the other side. I wish we could do a dual stick because it just looks cool, but there's no way of doing that with a 208 at all. So originally I was thinking I was going to latch it down. We're going to put a seal underneath the lip of it, and then something to suck it down. But I think what I'm going to do is just put 2 bolts where this cross member is. We'll put some thread certs in there, and then we'll bolt it down there, and then we'll bolt it down up here. And that should be good enough. The thing's so rigid that it should just suck it down. We'll put a nice soft seal in so it'll just suck it down. Hopefully we won't get any rattles and stuff from it. But that's that. Pretty darn cool. I like it. Thanks for watching. We will see you a little later this week. We're going to be mocking up the 5.3 and hopefully getting that going on it this week. So stay tuned and we will see you then.